Welcome back into another edition of Courtside Chats. I'm Kyle Pillar, sports editor for the Richmond Observer. Joining me today, sophomore cross-country runner Sheccid Heaton. Sheccid, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Again, a big shout out to Richmond Community College for sponsoring this edition of RO Sports. And so Sheccid, we're out here at Hinson Lake today, and you guys have been working out pretty consistently the last month and a half since workouts can get started. So just kind of tell me how your sophomore training has been going.
I definitely feel like sophomore year has been a lot easier than freshman. Freshman, I just felt like so much pressure, and I feel like that's another thing with the rest of the sophomores. It's just a lot of pressure, and everybody's so worried about who we're going to be racing against, how much older they're going to be, and everything else like that. And just this year, I feel like everything's just like going to go by a lot quicker, especially with Corona.
Yeah, and Corona certainly kind of impacting the start of the season. You guys now starting closer toward Thanksgiving. But, you guys, again, have been training. So it sounds like it could be pretty easy to just run around the lake. But what are some of the other things you guys are doing to train more specifically for the season?
Well, we made it a lot more hilly.
Yeah.
Just it's more hills, but not only for just for us, just to get better at it, but because the hills are so steep, and honestly, it's just like it feels horrible. So
Yeah.
the amount it threw us off, it will be like ×2 against the other teams, and that's something that we've been working on, the new course that we made.
Sure. And so have you guys been keeping times and that sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to talk too. We had Carson Jordan on just a while ago. I want to talk about the girls team. Caitlin Wallace, Andrea Ellerby, Alina Craddock. Lots of names, kind of throw in the mix there. Just kind of tell the fans at home what makes this girls group so special and what's going to make you competitive this year.
I feel like, not even like we're so close together. It's like we're like sisters at this point, and we're always like making sure that everybody, like, we're doing our best, we're keeping up with each other. And not only that, but like if somebody's like falling behind, we'll yell at them, be like, you come on, keep going,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's like a family bond, honestly, and it's just something really strong and close.
Very cool. Well, we look forward to seeing the Richmond boys and girls cross-country teams compete starting around Thanksgiving. Again, fans, make sure that you check out all of your local sporting news on the richmondobservers.com Facebook page, Instagram, and Twitter.
Did you end your high school career online just to find out that the college experience you were looking forward to is going to be online as well? Don't take your year off. Get started on your college education and save yourself from taking out student loans. You can transfer from here to every university in North Carolina. Richmond Community College has all you need to get your college plans back on track. Visit us online at richmondcc.edu. Richmond Community College. Local college, big impact.
Hey Raider fans, we've been on the sidelines, we've been on the court side, and now we are courtside out here at the cross-country course at Hinson Lake. I'm Kyle Pillar, sports editor, joined alongside senior Carson Jordan. Carson, how you doing, bud?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Good. It's good fall weather, good running weather today.
Of course.
Yeah, and definitely cooler temperatures. And so, we're kind of making our rounds to all of the teams that are getting ready for their next season, their new season. So I want to start with you. This is your senior season. You've been a major contributor the last couple years. Just kind of, what are you looking forward to, especially considering the odd circumstances?
Well, our meets are going to be in the cooler weather. I'm more of a cool weather runner myself. Some people are hotter natured, of course, but that's mainly what I'm looking forward to. It's going to have a better performance, obviously, and we're started training in the heat, but now it's getting colder, so we're going to be more prepared for that as well.
Okay.
And started my senior as a ninth grader, or not my senior. I started my season as a ninth grader,
Yeah.
and we don't really have as many ninth graders coming out, especially as I progress to it's now my senior year.
Right.
And it's mainly towards, I guess, a lack of spreading the awareness of cross country, and just a lack of interest because we have so many other sports going on.
That's
so
right.
Now that we're the first to go out because of the new COVID regulations
Right.
and stuff, I'm looking forward to getting younger runners into the sport. And when I'm gone, I want to see that younger runners keep up with it and don't just don't just give up on it after their first year. Keep up with it, stick with it, and
Yeah.
you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, right around the Thanksgiving holiday, you guys are going to get started with your first meet. You run 5 meets. So just, again, you kind of started to answer the next question. Talk about the leadership role that you're taking on this year and what you hope to achieve with the younger runners.
Of course. Well, I just want to get interest up for sure, because the longer that I've been here, the more I realize that there's not that many people interested, because they get turned off because, oh, it's distance running and I got to run so long. But really, once you condition yourself and really put your mind to it, it's one of the best exercises you can do for yourself. And a lot of the teams it's competitive, don't get me wrong, but it's not cold-blooded nature like football and soccer. So you're going to meet teammates, well, really friends from other teams they're nice, they're supportive. You're going to look forward to seeing them in a meet. It's not really a hostile situation. So it's really I guess
More of a family atmosphere.
Of course, teaches you sportsmanship as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, and so, like I mentioned earlier, you guys have 5 meets this season, colder weather. Is there anything else that this season, you guys are kind of preparing for, the unexpected that we might not have talked about?
Well, yeah, of course, there's always a possibility we can get pushed back. Might not happen at all, or maybe we'll have limited teams. But regardless, we have to adapt, and we have to be able to overcome those things, because we've done these things for so long. Just the standard has been set, and now that that's thrown out of the equation, we're just going to have to, we're going to have to change some things. But of course, we're going to get it done either way. Hopefully,
Yeah.
That's the end goal. So I'm just looking forward to that, in whatever shape that takes.
Now behind us, of course, the course runs around Hinson Lake here, but behind us too, there are some back trails that most folks might walk, but you guys are hopefully adding those into the actual cross-country course this year. So just
Yeah,
kind of tell us a
course.
little bit more about that and some of the challenges that brings.
Well, it's a lot rougher than I guess the normal circle that most people are probably used to, and they just go walk at Hinson for leisure.
Right.
And it's a lot more uphill, and a lot of the sand isn't as firm, because it gets not as many people walking on it, erosion and stuff with the rain. So
Right.
just the different terrains, you go from gravel to sand to whatever else, and the inclines as well. They really just help all around with endurance and speed, pretty much everything, and gets you expected for the unexpected, like you were saying. And a lot of the other teams that have courses, they're more flat courses. They'll be around campus, a local park or whatever. They're paved, they're nicer. And not saying Hinson Lake isn't nice, but it's going to throw other teams off.
That's
and
right.
I think we're going to be prepared for it, and a lot of others aren't, and that's going to give us a big advantage there, and on other people's home turfs as well.
Yeah, and you got a lot of information out of Carson Jordan, a senior cross-country runner for Richmond. Again, a big thank you to our friends over at Richmond Community College for sponsoring this segment. And fans, don't forget to check out all of your local sports coverage on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the richmondobserver.com.